The orange is strong with this one.
Hey, what's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Transformers Titans Return Voyager class Sentinel Prime. So here we are, and there he is. And first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. So right up front here, we have Sentinel in mid-decapitation, and he doesn't look too happy about it. He's got the squinty eyes going there. So, but anyway, Autobot Infinitus and Sentinel Prime on this side, Autobot symbol on this side. Hey, look at Sentinel Prime again. On the top, Autobot symbol on the bottom, words and things. On the back of the box, you have your obligatory product shots, and you have your brief bio if you want to read it in multiple languages. Hooray for languages. And that's basically it for the packaging. Also included is the collector's card with that same piece of artwork and tech specs for both Sentinel Prime and Infinitus. Hooray for cards. So moving right along, here we have Sentinel Prime. Excuse me. Look, we all know who this mold was meant for, and it wasn't meant for Sentinel. They decided to release the recolor first, which actually was a smart move when you think about it. But let's get in close here so you can see the details. Lots of nice molded details on this figure. Just unfortunately, none of it is really picked out in paint, and that kind of sucks. But you can see there, the front section there, lots of detail. You got ladders there, little doors. Looks really nice. Just unfortunately, none of it's painted. Come down the sides here again, lots of nice panel lining. Some more doors there. You can see they actually picked out these wheels in silver, but they didn't pick them all out. That would have been nice, but okay. Just going down the side, right up here, got some guns. Look at all those guns. Oh, right there, going down the sides. Got some nice panel lining. Right there, molded in. And the back side looks just like the front side. It's the same thing. The same thing. Look at all those guns. Yeah, it's just the same thing, just mirrored. And up top here you have a transparent yellow cockpit section. And yeah, he's just big old orange and red train. Yeah. Yeah. So there you have that. And for comparison, here he is with Blur. Just so you can see how long this train is. There you have that. And here he is with Power Master Optimus Prime. You can see he's a lot longer than Optimus Prime in his alt mode. And here he is with his Voyager wavemate, Galvatron. You can see how he scales there. And there you go. And just because this guy totally reminds me of him, here he is with Build Dio from Voyager. I think the Transformers designers are Super Sentai fans. I think so. I think so. I see similarities there. Yeah. Maybe they were Voyager fans. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Could be. Hey. It was a pretty good show. So, there you go. Now, accessory-wise, it does include his two guns right here. The first gun right here, nicely molded, done in this is where my tongue stops working. Done in a nice gunmetal gray. It's some nice molded details. Right there. And his other gun right there, again, done in that nice gunmetal gray. Looks very cool. And you can store these right here on the sides, right in these ports, right there, and arm him up. You also do have ports right up here on either side as well. Gonna have to plug this gun in this way because it's the only way it'll fit. That post sticking out. You can plug that up there as well, if you wish. Like I always say, your toy, display it however you want. A couple options there for displaying the weapons. You can plug that in sideways like that. You know, totally up to you. Totally up to you. So there you have that. And of course, you do have the Titan Master, a Headmaster, whatever you want to call it. Here is Infinitus. And we'll get in close there. You can see they actually did paint the mouth plate red. It's kind of hard to tell, but the mouth plate is painted. You can see pretty much just a lot of orange and gray plastic. And of course the upside down face on his back. Right there. You know, just like all the others, head is on a ball joint. The shoulders are on a ball joint, but only allow that much outward movement. And he can put his arms almost all the way out before it kind of gets jammed up there. And you have hinge at the hips and a hinge at the knees. The legs on mine, a little bit on the loose side. Don't really care for that, but oh well, what are you going to do? Now you can sit Infinitus in the gun if you wish. Oh, and I just popped his legs off. I was trying to move his arm and I popped his legs off. How the heck does that happen? Anyway, just put him in a seating position here. And you can just tab him in. And you can man that gun right there. And then you can take this gun and plug it into that port right there. And you can have a cool weapon emplacement that you can plug onto any of the bases or any of the other vehicles if they have the proper port for it. You can plug it onto the side like that. That's pretty cool. So you can do that. Or, of course, you can have him riding inside the train. You just open up the cockpit here. You just sit him down in there. Close that up. There you go. And you can ride the train. Hooray. So, there you go. So, that's pretty much it for this mode. So, let's go into his second alt mode. So, let's remove Infinitus. Actually, we can leave him in there. Let's leave him in there. So, let's get down to transformation. So, first thing you want to do is you want to untab the wings. You can see just tab in right there. Untab the wings like that. You want to take these panels right here and flip them up. Flip that up. Flip that up. And flip that up. And then you want to untab these sections here. Like that. That one just came undone on its own. Thank you. And then you want to take this panel right here, open it up, and rotate this section around. Like that. Close that back up. Open that, swing it around, close it back up. And then you just want to take the two halves, bring them together, and tab them nice and secure like, although sometimes mine doesn't like the tab nice and secure like. Come on, mine. Why are you fighting me? Why are you fighting me now? Why are you fighting me now? There we go. Yeah, mine doesn't like to stay together for some reason. There we go. So there you have that. And then you just take the arms, and you bring them down like that. And then you take this assembly here, you just rotate it on this hinge, and this tab will go into that slot right there. So just bring that down like that. And this tab will go into this slot right here. And you want to bring the wing down on this double hinge, and you want to make sure that this little bit right here is going underneath this panel. So you just kind of want to swing that down like that. So that's sitting just like that. And then you just tab that wing into the forearm. There you go. And second verse, same as the first. Just bring that down, make sure that's sitting underneath that panel. And tab that into the arm. Take these little fins here, just angle them out to the side. Like so. And there you have his space shuttle mode. And it's a very orange and red space shuttle. Yay! And you can see there is like a cockpit section here. Kind of molded in. Again, none of it's painted, unfortunately. But there it is in its space shuttle mode. You do have some landing gear that you can flip out. You got one up front there. And you got one on either side. Right there. And in this mode, you can basically see how the robot's going to work out. There you go. Got his landing gear. And you can take the guns, and you have multiple options by which to display them. You can plug them onto these ports right here on the sides. If you want, got that going on. You can plug it in sideways and have the Titan Master sitting there manning the gun. You can plug them into these ports right here. at an angle, if that suits you, or you can take them and plug them in underneath the wings. Actually, you can only plug in sideways like that. You plug that in under the wings like that, and have that going on. So you do have options, many options on how you want to display the weapons. So there you go. So moving on to robot mode. Actually, we'll just do another quick comparison here in shuttle mode. There he is with blur again. You can see how he scales there in his space shuttle mode. Obviously a lot more compact in space shuttle mode. And here he is with Galvatron again. I told you he's never seeing that space shuttle mode again. He's never seeing that. He's never seeing that mode again. He's never seeing that again. I refuse. I refuse to transform him back into that weird spaceship mode. But anyway, there you go. So they have Sentinel Prime in his space shuttle mode. And let's get down to robot mode, shall we? Let's so. Just untab the wings. Just untab those, untab that. Just kind of bring these up like that. You can raise this up. Just kind of get things out of the way. Makes life a little bit easier. You want to take these panels here. Just flip them down. There are tabs right here. They'll go into these slots right there. Just lock those in place. And then take these panels and bring these down also. Like that. Split the leg. Flip up the foot. Flip up that landing gear. Rotate there at the thigh swivel. There you go. Rotates. And rotates. And there you have his legs all done, and he's getting tall, so we gotta raise up, yeah. Gonna raise up, raise up, raise up. Anyway. So you're gonna take the backpack and just tab this back where it was. And then you just come in here and you flip out his fist. Right there. Flip out the other fist. Right there. And you can take these fins and just bring them back in towards the center. And what I like to do is I like to take the wings and just fold them in like that. That's what I like to do. So there you go, flipping these landing gear right here on his chest. And there you basically have him. Of course, now he is missing his head. Where is his head? Oh, it's still there. Get out, get out. We need you now. Get out of there. He's hiding from me. So you just take him, bring down his arms, fold him in half, and you just plug that in. Boop, right there. And one final little touch. You have this little switch right here. Pull it down, and those little pauldrons come up behind his head. And there you have, well, not behind his head, they're on the sides of his head. You know what I'm talking about. So there you have Sentinel Prime in his robot mode, and he is very orange. That's a whole lot of orange. That's more orange than I like, honestly. That's just a whole lot of orange. And still reminds me of Build Dio, which is funny. But anyway, getting close here on the head sculpt. You can see it's a pretty nice head sculpt, and this is, man, this is totally messing up my camera. This is too much orange. It's orange overload with this figure. His eyes are painted a nice blue, although the orange is kind of drowning it out, but it's there. It's there. You got an Autobot symbol right there on his chest. And you got some yellow there on the shoulders, or on his abs there. And some yellow knees. A little bit of silver right there. And yeah. See the train bits are just kind of sticking out the backs of his shins there. And you got the wings back here. They do have Autobot symbols tamper-graphed on them. And yeah. And I don't know if you can hear the sirens in the background. I think it's the Orange Police. I think the Orange Police are after this figure. It's too much orange! It's an illegal amount of orange. It is. It really is. That's just a lot of orange. Now, okay! I'm sorry. I didn't make this figure, okay? The sirens don't stop. It's not my fault. It's this orange. But yeah, it's a whole lot of orange. That's way too much orange. I can't deal with this amount of orange. I really can't. But articulation-wise, now if we lower these pauldrons down, you do have full rotation here on the head. You got some wiggly-waggly movement. If you bring these side pieces up, you can actually rotate this entire assembly, because if you look from the top here, you can see they actually cut out space, so this entire assembly here can rotate if you want. And his loose legs just stay down. But yeah, it's made so that whole assembly can rotate. And you kind of rotate the head a little bit more, so you know it gives you a decent range of movement with the head. But of course, if you don't want to deal with that, you can just lower these down, and you can just rotate the head to your heart's content, and you're not limited at all. So totally up to you. Again, your toy. Display it however you wish. The arms can do a full 360. They can go out that far. You do have a bicep swivel. You do have over 90 degrees of elbow bend. Nothing at the wrist. You do have this inward joint, if that serves any purpose to you whatsoever. Nothing at the waist, just due to transformation. Legs can go forward that much, backward that much. You can hear it's a nice clickety ratchet. Outward movement, you can do the full splits. You got a thigh swivel, you have 90 degrees of bend at the knee, and you can move his feet up and down as you wish, and there is no ankle tilt whatsoever. So there you go. Now if you don't like the pointy feet, and I have seen a lot of complaints about the pointy feet. If you don't like the pointy feet, hey, guess what? You can just flip these around, and voila, no more pointy feet. Now he has trained feet. The only downside is that you now can't close that panel all the way, but you can still stand just fine with the trained feet. So, totally up to you what you want, foot-wise. What kind of feet do you want out of your robot? I don't know. I don't care about the pointy feet. Doesn't bother me at all. So I have no problem with his pointy boots. It's okay. I love your pointy feet. I love every bit of your pointy feet. This is just a weird sentence I'm saying. Very, very weird sentence. So let's continue. Now he can hold his guns, of course. Let's plug that into his hand. And plug that into his hands. And there you go. So there you have that full comparison. Here he is with Blur. And while we're at it, we'll bring in Galvatron. So you can see how he scales there with the Deluxes and the Voyagers. So there you have that. There he is with Power Master Optimus Prime. So you can see how he scales there with leaders. There you have that. And again, just for the heck of it, here he is with Build Dio. Because... oh my god, he even kind of has this... He even kind of has the suspender thing going on there. Look, he has... look, yellow knees and yellow... Anyway. I think they were Tokuger fans. I really do. I really do! Oh my god. Anyway. So there you have Sentinel Prime. He's a nice figure. I like the mold. I just don't like this mold of Sentinel Prime. That's the thing. I know I will like this figure a lot better when it's actually Astro Train like it's supposed to be. And like I said, this was actually a smart move on Hasbro's part to release the repaint first, because... you know, if they had released Astro Train first, there was a good chance that not many people would have bought this guy, including me. I mean, I know for a fact that if they had released Astro Train first, I would not have bought this guy. I would have passed on him. But, you know, I guess they figured, well, let's capitalize on the first wave hype and release the repaint first, and people will still buy Astro Train because it's Astro Train. So it's kind of a win-win situation for them. And, you know, it's clever on Hasbro's part. So, but yeah, I like the mold, but I know I will like it so much more as Astro Train because that's obviously what this is supposed to be. But still, I mean, nice figure. Like I said, just don't like it that much as Sentinel Prime. Really don't like it in these colors. This is just... The orange is the orange is blinding my camera. It's just like, it's just too much orange. But, yeah, overall, though, I do like the mold. I just don't like it as this character. But there you go. So there you have Sentinel. So if you would like a Sentinel Prime or any other Titans Return figures, you can always check out BigBadToyStore.com for availability. There will be a link in the description down below, so check that out. You can also check out the Titans Return playlist for any reviews you may have missed. Also linked in the description down below, so check that out as well. And I think that's it. So don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Lori Plan, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So there is the Transformers Titans Return Voyager class Sentinel Prime, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face. I don't know what you're trying to pull here, Sentinel, but I thought we gotta do. Hey, stop pushing me around, man. I'll push you around all I want. Hey, I said quit it. You don't want to make me upset. Oh yeah, what are you gonna do, huh? What are you gonna do? That's it. I'm upset. The heck was that? I don't know. That's what happens when I get upset.